Have you ever found yourself replaying, I don't know, that awkward conversation from yesterday? Or maybe that mistake you made, just endlessly on loop in your head? It feels like you just can't hit stop, right? Like your brain's kind of stuck on repeat, burning energy, but you're not actually getting anywhere. Well, if that sounds familiar, you've experienced this quiet yet really powerful saboteur. It hits performance, clarity, even your confidence.
Yeah.
We're talking about rumination.
That's the one.
And for high-performing people like yourselves listening, athletes, leaders, creatives, that mental loop, it isn't just annoying, it actively undermines your ability to think clearly.
Absolutely. It gets in the way of making decisions moving forward.
So today, we're diving deep into this cognitive trap. That's what it is, right? A pattern your brain falls into, and it's incredibly hard to escape once you're in it.
That's a great way to put it. A cognitive trap.
Our mission here is to understand it better, sure. More importantly, to uncover the strategies, maybe surprising ones, that top performers use to break free.
And our insights for this deep dive come straight from the work of Coach Ed Padalecki.
Right, Coach P.
Exactly. And from a sports psychology angle, Coach Padalecki defines rumination precisely like you said, a cognitive trap.
Okay.
And if we look at it through, say, a neuroscience lens, it's like your brain's default mode network. You know, that part, great for self-reflection, plan.
I know the one.
It gets stuck in overdrive. It just keeps firing, signaling problems, replaying scenarios.
But without actually solving anything.
Exactly, without engaging your prefrontal cortex for the actual problem-solving piece. So you end up just spinning.
Spinning on a loop inside your own head.
Inside the brain's error detection system, going over and over problems without making any real progress. Your brain is basically stuck in playback mode, not creative mode.
Playback mode, not creative mode. I like that.
And Coach Padalecki, he offers this really memorable analogy to kind of lock this concept in.
Okay, I'm ready.
The cow chewing cud. A cow munches grass, swallows it, it goes down to digest a bit. Then later, when it's resting, it brings that partly digested stuff back up to chew on it again.
Oh, wow.
Swallows it again, and then, well, might bring it back up to chew on it again.
That's quite the image. A bit messy.
It sounds messy, yeah, but for a cow, it's actually this remarkably efficient biological process. It's how they get maximum nutrition.
Makes sense for them.
But for high-performing humans, trying to solve complex problems, make critical decisions, or just regain focus,
Probably not so helpful.
Coach Padalecki is very clear. It is absolutely not helpful. It's a completely unproductive form of mental digestion.
That cow analogy really sticks, doesn't it? Chewing the cud of our worry, our regrets, unresolved problems, often long after the thing actually happened.
Way past its expiration date.
So it's not problem solving at all. It's what Coach P calls problem spinning.
Problem spinning. That's it.
It's like being stuck in neutral engine revving. You're burning through precious mental fuel, right?
Totally. Making noise, lots of internal churn.
But just not moving forward. You're spending all this cognitive bandwidth, your processing power, your focus, without making any real progress.
It's very much like an overtrained athlete who skips recovery.
Okay. Good comparison.
They put in all the effort, but without that crucial recovery phase, they're just burning out, not actually getting stronger.
Just depleting reserves.
And the mental cost of these repetitive thought loops, it's significant, more than people realize.
How so?
It's not just that you're stuck. Rumination actually primes your brain for more negative thinking. It creates this feedback loop.
Making it harder to break free next time.
Precisely. Dr. Sonja Lyubomirsky, she's a leading positive psychology researcher, author of The How of Happiness.
Right, I know her work.
She puts it very directly, based on her extensive studies.
Yep.
She says, and I'm quoting here, if you are someone plagued by ruminations, you are unlikely to become happier before you can break that habit.
Wow, that's pretty stark. Unlikely to become happier.
It really underscores why breaking this habit is so critical. It's not just about feeling good temporarily.
It connects directly to performance and well-being.
Absolutely. If you're constantly spinning out a problem, think about it. That directly impacts your capacity for happiness, your joy in work and life.
And your performance suffers. Clarity goes down.
Definitely. If your attention is constantly tethered to past mistakes or future worries, it's just not available for creative solutions or strategic planning.
Or even just being present in the moment.
Exactly. It depletes your mental reserves. It hits your willpower, reduces creativity, impairs decision-making under pressure, even when you're not actively ruminating in that exact second.
So it has lingering effects.
Big time. It can even lead to things like elevated cortisol, disrupting sleep, impacting physical health. That's why it's such a performance saboteur.
Okay, so if rumination is this multifaceted saboteur, what do the top performers do differently?
Yeah, what's the secret sauce?
Right. What's the elite mindset when they face setbacks that would send most of us into that spiral?
Well, Coach Padalecki makes it really clear. Top athletes, leaders, creatives, they just don't waste that precious cognitive bandwidth chewing the same problem over and over.
They refuse to chew the cud, basically.
You got it. They have a fundamentally different approach, a set of deliberate actions that let them move through challenges, not get stuck in them.
So it's not about avoiding adversity. They still face problems.
Oh, absolutely. They experience setbacks, disappointment, uncertainty, just like everyone else.
But the key is how they manage that internal response.
That's it. They recognize that point where a healthy reflection turns into unproductive rumination.
And then they pull out their toolkit.
Exactly. They have a specific toolkit. Coach Padalecki outlines 3 key things elite performers do instead of ruminating. And they're powerful because they're actually quite simple.
Okay, let's hear them.
First one, label it.
Label it. What does that mean exactly?
It means identifying the emotion or the state you're in. Is it anxious? Is it uncertain? Maybe frustrated about something that happened?
Or angry or disappointed.
Could be any of those. By simply naming it, saying, okay, this is frustration, you create just a tiny bit of distance from the raw feeling itself.
Interesting. So you're not suppressing it.
No, not at all. It's about acknowledging. And in doing that, you actually engage your prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
You bring some rational observation to the emotion. It gives you a handle on it.
That seems almost too simple, just naming an emotion. Why is that so effective? Because I think most of us, we just feel it. We don't stop to name it.
That's a great question. And you're right. Most people just feel it. You just feel it. Your limbic system, the emotional brain, can kind of run wild.
Like an alarm bell just ringing constantly.
Exactly. But when you consciously label it, say, I'm feeling frustrated or this is anxiety,
Yeah.
you activate parts of your prefrontal cortex.
The thinking part of the brain.
Right. And that acts like a dimmer switch on the limbic system. It literally calms the emotional circuitry down.
Okay.
It shifts you from being purely reactive, purely emotional, to a state where you have a bit more cognitive control. You step back from being in the emotion to observing it.
The little bit of distance.
That distance, however small, is the critical first step because it allows you to then do the next crucial thing.
Which is?
The second action, shift focus.
Okay. Shift focus.
Elite performers, they understand their attention is maybe their most valuable and definitely finite resource.
Right. You only have so much bandwidth.
Exactly. So they consciously choose where to direct it. They don't just let their minds drift back into those unproductive loops.
So once they've labeled the feeling.
And created that slight distance, yes. Then they pivot their attention to something constructive.
Is this like avoidance? Just thinking about something else?
It's not avoidance in a negative sense. It's a strategic redirection of mental energy. It means moving your focus from the problem you can't control or change right now.
To something you can.
Precisely. Something you can influence and act on.
What's the most common trap, though? When people try to shift focus. Because it sounds easier than it feels sometimes. Your mind just snaps back.
That's a really critical point. The biggest trap is trying to suppress the thought or feeling. Just push it away.
Don't think about the pink elephant.
Exactly. The brain hates a vacuum. Trying to just push something away often makes it stronger, gives it more power.
So the key isn't not thinking about the problem.
No. The key is to actively think about something else. You need to deliberately focus your attention on something else. A different task, another goal, maybe the first step of a solution.
Pull your attention to something constructive.
Right. Don't just push away from the negative. Pull towards the positive or productive. And this active redirection makes the third step possible and powerful.
Okay, step 3.
The third and absolutely crucial action. Take action.
Take action. Makes sense.
This isn't about having the perfect plan immediately. It's about moving into what Coach P calls solution-focused thinking. It's about channeling that energy, the energy you've now labeled and redirected into something productive.
Getting out of your head and into the world, sort of.
Exactly. It's what Navy SEALs call relentless forward motion. Breaking the loop by doing something. Anything, really, that moves you even slightly closer to a resolution or just a different state of mind.
Even a small action.
Especially a small action. It creates momentum. It breaks the paralysis that rumination causes.
Okay, that's a really practical framework. Label it. Shift focus. Take action.
Simple, but not easy sometimes. Requires practice.
It really highlights that happy, resilient, high-performing people don't somehow avoid adversity.
Magic bubble.
Right. They're not trying to live where problems don't exist. Instead, they're just masters at recognizing when they're stuck in that loop, when they're chewing cud, and they know how to consciously shift gears. They have a strategy to move through the storm, not just get bogged down by it.
That's absolutely key. It's not about ignoring the storm or pretending the challenges aren't real.
It's about navigating it differently.
Exactly. And Dr. Lubomirsky, back to her research on well-being, she also notes this. She says, truly happy people have the capacity to absorb themselves in activities that redirect their energy away from dark or anxious ruminations.
Absorb themselves in activities. So that ties back to take action and shift focus.
Precisely. It's about actively redirecting that energy, not letting it just swirl around uselessly. It's a proactive engagement with your own mental state.
And Coach Padalecki gives some really concrete examples of what that taking action might look like, right? It's not always solving the original huge problem in one go.
No, definitely not. Sometimes the most effective action is just about changing your state or your environment.
Like what?
For instance, Coach P might suggest just going for a workout.
Ah, the physical route.
That physical exertion can literally break the mental cycle, floods your brain with endorphins, changes your physiology, demands your attention on what your body's doing.
Hard to ruminate when you're trying to catch your breath.
Exactly. Or it might mean doing deep work.
Okay.
Immersing yourself fully in a challenging task that requires your complete, undivided focus that effectively redirects all that cognitive bandwidth.
No room for rumination when you're deep in flow state.
Right. Or it could even be calling a mentor, a trusted advisor. Get an outside perspective.
Just talking it out can help sometimes.
Definitely. Externalizing those looping thoughts, saying them out loud to someone else can be enough to break their hold. Helps you see new angles you missed when you were stuck inside your own head.
Or even just journaling a plan. Getting it out on paper.
Yes. Externalize the thoughts. Start mapping potential steps. The common thread in all these
is movement, doing something.
It's engaging with forward motion, however subtle. It's definitely not just sitting in the storm, spinning, endlessly chewing those same worries.
Right. Action breaks the cycle.
And that brings up an important point for high performers. A common trap with take action is thinking the action has to be perfect or the final solution.
Ah, the perfectionism trap.
Exactly. It doesn't. Sometimes the first action is simply planning the next action. Or it's a tiny, almost insignificant step that just creates enough momentum for the next one.
Just interrupting the loop is the goal.
That's the key. Interrupt that negative feedback loop. Like, if you're ruminating over a tough email you have to send, the action isn't necessarily sending the perfect reply right then. It might just be drafting a few bullet points. Or setting a timer for 5 minutes to outline the core issue, then stepping away.
That small action breaks the spell.
It breaks the spell, exactly.
Okay, this is great. It's about progress, not perfection. So for today's 1% Better Daily, that small actionable step people can use right away, Coach Padalecki's advice seems super clear.
Very direct.
If you find yourself chewing that same worry, regret, problem, whatever it is, over and over, remember these three. First, label it. Give that feeling or state a name. Anxiety, frustration, uncertainty. Just naming it gives you that crucial little bit of distance.
Acknowledge it.
Second, redirect it. Consciously shift your focus away from that unproductive loop. Choose where your valuable attention goes. Don't let the old pattern hijack it. Find something else to engage with.
Take control of your focus.
And third, take action. Move into that solution-focused thinking or just physically change your state. Don't wait for the perfect solution. Just take any step forward, even a tiny one.
Break the inertia.
Break the inertia. I love that.
And if that mental image helps, and for many people it really does, remember Coach Padalecki's powerful metaphor. Spit out the cud.
Spit out the cud. It's blunt but effective.
It is. Because your clarity, your energy, your cognitive bandwidth, these are just far too valuable to waste on unproductive rumination.
Especially for high performers.
Exactly. They're finite resources, particularly for people like you listening, who demand so much from your mental faculties day in, day out. Don't let them get tied up in loops going nowhere.
Absolutely. Spit out the cud, get back in motion, reclaim that energy. So just to quickly recap our deep dive here, based on Coach Ed Padalecki's insights, rumination, it's this subtle but really potent cognitive trap.
Like the cow chewing cud.
Right. Silently undermining performance, clarity, well-being. It saps your mental energy, pushes your brain into that negative feedback loop.
Yep. Problem spinning, not solving.
But the solution, while it sounds simple, is incredibly effective, used by elite performers. First, label the feeling to get distance. Second, intentionally shift your focus to something productive.
Choose your attention.
And finally, take any action to move forward, break that loop.
Create momentum.
Understanding this and really consistently applying these strategies, it's a powerful way to reclaim your most vital resource, your mental energy.
It really is a game changer for anyone striving for excellence.
Agreed.
So, as you think about all this, maybe consider this challenge. What cud might you be chewing right now?
Good question.
Is there a worry, a regret, maybe a past interaction, or some problem you've just been replaying without actually making progress? Take a moment. See if you can identify one.
Okay.
And then, what's one small immediate action you could take? Maybe even right now or today. Something to help you spit it out and regain your momentum.
Doesn't have to be huge.
Not at all. Could be a quick conversation you need to start. Maybe just drafting one bullet point for a plan, or even just getting up and moving your body for 5 minutes.
Just break the loop.
The goal is just to break that unproductive loop and get back into that state of relentless forward motion.
Fantastic advice. Thank you for diving deep with us today. We really encourage you, our listeners, to take these powerful insights, apply them diligently, and keep pursuing your own path of excellence and progress.